Hey, we're getting started in 2 minutes. I'm letting some folks come in. Happy Monday, happy inaugural day, happy MLK Day. Very important day around the country for a lot of folks. Very important day for multiple reasons. And so I want to say thank you all for giving me the opportunity to come talk with you all today. A little bit about sales, just a little bit. I just want to thank you guys so much. Happy Monday. We're getting started in 1 minute. We're getting started in 1 minute. High level. Welcome to the Confidence to Close Challenge. My name is Justin Pugh, and I want to welcome you to day one, the Confidence to Close Challenge. I'm going to give you guys about 30 more seconds to come in. Thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to pour into you what so many others have poured into me. Happy inaugural day. Happy MLK Day. Let's get this music turned down. All right. We're getting started here soon. Welcome to the Confidence to Close Challenge, guys. My name is Justin Pugh. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this next 7-day journey. 7 days. I know there's a lot going on today, so I don't expect a whole lot. But if you are tuning in and you are watching, I want to thank you so much for giving me your time. Somebody said, Justin, you chose like the worst day to do this. Absolutely not. There's a lot of stuff going on today. And guess what? I'm recording it, so you can always catch it a little later. I'm going to promote it a little later this afternoon after all the festivities of today kind of subside. Come on in, guys. My name is Justin, and I am your sales trainer for today. And I want to welcome you to day one of the Confidence to Close Challenge. Really quick, come in really quick. I want you to come peer into my soul. Look into my eyes really quick. I'm going to start off by telling you all something very, very, very serious. And I want to start by telling you something powerful, okay? We're going to get started here right now. We're going to start with setting the tone for what I believe the next 7 days is going to offer you, all right? Come on in. And let me start by telling you something very powerful, okay? Sales is the ultimate equalizer, okay? It's the ultimate equalizer. It doesn't care about your background, your education. It doesn't even care where you're starting from or where you started. Sales is the one skill that can literally set you free. It can make you recession-proof. It can make you super employable. It can make you financially independent. It can transform your business. And sales can give you the life you've always dreamed of. Always dreamed of. Sales has the power to do those things. It has the power to do those things if you respect the process. If you respect the process. But let me be clear. The difference between the elite and the average salesperson, okay? The elite salesperson understands their buyer's persona. The elite salesperson understands their buyer's psychology. The elite salesperson understands their sales funnel from top of funnel to bottom of funnel. The elite salesperson studies their funnel to know where their customers are coming into their funnel from, where they might be falling off, where they need to enhance parts of their funnel. The elite salespeople, sales professionals, they study, they practice, and they follow a very rigid, non-negotiable process. The elite sales professionals follow a very rigid process. Again, they study, they practice, and they follow a process. What do the average sales professionals do? What do the average sales people do? The average hope for the best. Beginning of the year, you ask them what their plans are, what their goals are. The average salesperson doesn't know what their daily strategy is. They don't know what income producing activities they need to do from day to day. They hope for the best. The average sales professional, they get blindsided by objections. Like, whoa, I didn't know you were going to say I'm going to think about it. The average sales professional lets fear hold them back. The average salesperson has a fear of rejection. The average salesperson has a fear of the close. They fear asking for the sale. Because at some point in time, you got to say, will you give me your money? The average salesperson has a fear of stepping up, holding their clients and their prospects accountable. Because if the elite salespeople, the elite ones, believe in their product, believe in their process, believe in their people, they stand firm, as we say, they stand 10 toes down in their product, in their process, and they truly believe that their solution, that their product, that their process will indeed solve your problem. And if that's the case, guess what? They win more than they lose. But let me tell you something. Fear will starve you. It will keep you in poverty. It will keep you stuck. But when you overcome that fear, when you commit to being a shark, because you got to commit to being a shark, someone who doesn't hesitate to close. In fact, I welcome objections. I want to hear your objection. And when you commit to holding your clients accountable, you will become unstoppable. Sales isn't just a skill. It's the engine of your business and of your life. Whether you're selling high ticket programs, whether you're B2B SaaS, whether you're in IoT, whether you're in professional services, sales is your lifeblood. Without it, you fail, period. Period. So in 2025, we're going to kill the excuses. Let's kill the fear. Let's commit to learning, preparing, and executing like professionals. Be a shark. Be a killer with objections and a leader in your conversations. Because this week, we're not just talking about closing deals. I'm not talking about closing deals. We're talking about transforming your life, because that's what sales is here to do. All right? So let's get started. Today and day one, the confidence to close. I only got about 30 minutes with you guys, so I am absolutely ready to get started. Okay, I am absolutely ready to get started. And let's go. So the confidence to close challenge, what sales is and what it isn't. All right, let me do some housekeeping really quick, guys, because I really, truly want you guys to get this value that I'm going to deliver to you all. So I'm going to move some things around. I hope I can do this. I don't think that I can, but the confidence to close challenge. All right, so what sales is and what it isn't. I want to welcome you guys to day one. This week, you're going to learn how to lead authentic sales conversations, and you're going to close deals more naturally. We use insight selling. We use natural selling techniques. We want to have a conversation with our prospects. We want to lower resistance. We want to have a conversation. We want to understand what brought them on the call, how we can solve their problem. This week, you're going to learn that sales isn't about luck. It's not luck. It's about building and mastering a real system. And by the end of today, you'll understand what sales truly is and how to set yourself up for success. Now, let's get started. What sales is and what it isn't. Sales isn't manipulation or luck. Sales is not manipulation or luck. Sales is not being pushy or aggressive. In fact, sales is about lowering resistance. In fact, sales isn't even about winging it or without preparation. So if you're doing these things, if you are using ABCs and manipulation tactics and ruffling papers in the background, if you're hoping for the best, if you're, as we call it, pushing a product, if you're an aggressive salesperson, if you're winging it, that's what sales is not. But what sales is, it's problem solving. Asking enough questions to get enough information to solve a problem. Sales is about building trust, know, like, and trust. Sales, that's why I'm doing something like this, so that you can get to know me, get to like me, and hopefully get to trust me, and hopefully hand over your money to me if I solve your problem. It's about building trust and clarity for your buyers. And what sales is a repeatable process. It's a repeatable process that anyone can master. Anybody. Like, anybody can be a Tom Brady of sales. Tom Brady is man of one. Like, anybody can be a Beyonce of sales. Beyonce is a Beyonce of one. Like, anybody can be a Michael Jackson in sales. Like, you can literally be a Michael Jackson in sales. It's something that you can master. You can't be Michael Jackson. You can't be Tom Brady. You can't be Beyonce. You can't be Whitney Houston. Those are all mythical, magical, once-in-a-generation type talents. But sales is not that. Anybody can master it. Now, like in my introduction, there's a difference between an elite salesperson, an elite sales professional, and an average sales professional. There is a very distinct difference. And if you have been in sales, like I have been in the last 20 years, you will know and you will have seen the difference. Elite salespeople, they come to their calls prepared. They follow a system and a script. If you are in my course, if you're in my class, if you are one of my students, if I'm training one of your sales teams, they will work from a script. Not sometimes, not a few times, not just that I'm going to memorize it. Nope, you're going to see it in front of you every time, all the time. Your script is your Bible. The elite salespeople know where their customers fall off in the sales process. A deep understanding of their funnel. Because if you don't have a process, how will you know this customer stopped talking to me? How will you know why? Do you listen and audit your sales calls? Do you record them? How do you know? The elite sales professionals continuously refine their skills. They practice and they study intensely. They role play over and over and over and over again so that that objection, when they overcome it, when they handle the objection, they're handling it like a normal conversation. The elite sales professional focuses on solving problems, not pitching products. What does an average salesperson look like? You've seen them. They wing it. They've got no process. They hop on a sales call. They do a bunch of small talk. Then it's 15 minutes before we even get into the introductions. The average salesperson reacts to objections instead of addressing the root causes. They react to it. And over the next couple of days, we're going to give real life examples of that. We're going to role play that. I love role playing objection handling. And the average salesperson focus on themselves. They focus on getting the number, getting the quota, getting the commission, rather than the real buyer's needs. Everybody does not need your product. And this myth that you can sell anything to anyone is absolute poppycock. Like, literally, it's BS. Doesn't matter how hard you try, you're not going to sell me anything that I don't want to buy that doesn't solve a problem in my life. Doesn't matter how hard you try. Sales is a process, not a one-time event. While I drink a sip of coffee. Sales is a process, not a one-time event. And there are 4 pillars of a sales system. The first one is preparation, how you prepare your lists, how you prepare your outreach, how you get ready to explore your customer base, how you get ready to put customers into the top of your funnel. Preparation, research and understanding your buyer. And guys, when I say you need to understand your buyer, and we're going to go into this in day 2, understanding buyer psychology, understanding how to build rapport. Then step 2 is discovery, getting them actually from the top of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel and on a sales call. And now we're asking the right questions, because remember, it is not about tactics. It's not about whether you're good, bad, and different. It literally is about the questions you ask and the quality of question that you ask. The third pillar is positioning, aligning your solution to their specific needs. This could be in a demo, right? Customer says they have a specific problem. You align that demo to their problem. And this is where the money is made. This is where most of you are going to stay broke. In fact, I'm teaching somebody a lesson about this right now. This is where you stay broke. It's all in the follow-up, baby. It's all in the follow-up. It's all in the follow-up. It builds trust and it maintains momentum until you close the deal. I tell my students, until that customer tells you, F off, we've moved on to another solution, or they block you on every social media channel, and they're avoiding you at the grocery store, until they've blocked all of your tracking numbers, you keep going. If you believe your solution solves their problem, you keep going until they tell you to F off. Preparation, discovery, positioning, and then following up. I want my students to follow up at minimum 3 times a week, twice by phone. Juxtapose that without a process, prospects will ghost you, and your deals will be lost to competitors. You are not the only person that provides X product or X service. Now we talk about building the right sales mindset. Like before I got on this call, I went for a nice walk. I've been to the gym. I've been up since 5 a.m. I get up at 5 a.m. every morning. I've gotten more done since 5 a.m. than most people will get done all day. In fact, I've already prepared today and tomorrow, and tomorrow's gonna be even better than today because today is just high level. Tomorrow, we're gonna get into it. But building the right sales mindset starts in here. I mean, it really does start in here. Like, what are you doing this for? Like, I coach my teams today. Don't do this for me. Like, you're not checking a box for me. I've made my money. I've made my career. Like, are you doing this to, to send your mom on a vacation? Do it for that. Are you doing it to renovate your house this summer? Do it for that. Are you doing it to make an impact in your community through some kind of community service project you're investing in? Do it for that. Are you doing it to invest in your 401k and doing it for social mobility? Do it for that. Are you doing it for financial freedom? Yeah, do it for that. Don't do it for me. Do it for me because I'm going to clap for you when you're successful. But at first, you need to be doing it for yourself, building the right mindset around you. And so when you are becoming a professional, you must embrace the system. You cannot deviate from the system. You cannot deviate from the system. Sales isn't about charisma. Although you will close more often than not with it. It doesn't hurt. But sales is about consistency. It's about consistency. It's a repeatable process. It's the consistency that allows you to audit the process too, by the way. You must embrace the system of sales. It is not something that is fleeting to you. Let me tell you, it is not something that you cannot learn. It is a skill you can indeed master if you embrace the system. Focus on your buyer. Intently focus on your buyer. Stop thinking about selling and start thinking about helping. Impact. Make an impact and the income will come. In fact, I will even go a step further and say your income is commensurate to your impact. The more people you can impact, the more money you'll make. Simple as that. And then you want to commit to mastery. Then you want to commit to mastery. Okay? You want to commit to mastery. Because the difference between the good and the great, that was embarrassing, is practice. Practice? Yes, practice. Okay, like my boy, Allen Iverson. Practice, yes. The difference between the good and the great is practice. I'm a huge NFL fan, huge fan of Peyton Manning. It's my favorite quarterback of all time. And there is, when you listen at the greats perform the way they practice. What do they say? Perfect practice makes a perfect performance. And I'll even go a step further and say that sales can be a subconscious activity. Like you can be so good at it that it could be something that you can do literally without conscious thought. Because if you practice it that well, if you are that good, you can just do it while having a conversation. You're not even giving it a whole bunch of thought. You just know you have a thought process in mind. You know you can solve a problem. And once you solve that problem, you know your solution can solve that problem. Now you're just trying to get them to from step A to point B, which is to close the deal. Now, how are we going to apply what we learned today? And it's a very, very short lesson. I wanted this to be very short, 30, a couple of minutes. All right. Here's an exercise that I want you to do. Here's an exercise that I want you to do. I want you to write down 3 ways your current process. Write down 3 ways you currently approach your sales process. And write down 3 ways your sales process lacks structure. So write down 3 ways you currently approach sales that lack structure. Where in your process do you lack structure? Do you lack structure in your outreach, top of funnel? Do you lack process in your data reactivation, middle of funnel? Do you lack process in your bottom of funnel? Do you lack process in your content creation? Do you lack process in your follow-up? Do you lack process in your outreach? I've already mentioned that. Where do you lack process or lack structure? Number 2, I want you to identify one area of your process where you feel inconsistent. Discovery, follow-up. Where do you feel inconsistent? At one point, I felt inconsistent in follow-up. And I tell you, it's all in the follow-up. Identify one area of your process where you feel inconsistent. You must write this stuff down. You must come to terms with this. Discovering this stuff early in the year, getting it out of the way in January, getting it out of the way in Q1, that makes Q2 even better. Springtime, folks are buying, folks are in buying moods. Now, here's some homework, because tomorrow we're talking about the customer. We're talking about buyer persona. We're talking about building rapport. We're leading up to the sales call. You're going to audit your current sales process. I've already said, if you're one of my students, you're going to have a script all the time, every time. I don't care whether you're on a conference call, a Zoom, a cold call, you're going to have a script in front of you. That is the only way you can audit a process. You didn't say this word quite right. Your tonality wasn't quite right here. And when you listen to your calls, when you audit your calls, or when you have me audit them, I'm listening for the script. Because I'm going to ask you, why did you deviate from the script? Why did you deviate from the script? What was it about these words that you thought weren't good enough to ask your customer? Because now, guess what? Let's say you don't close the deal and you added in this phrase, or you added in this ad lib, or you added in and you did your own thing. Now we have to repeat that 4 or 5 times to see if it actually works, or we scrap it all together and say, hey, go back to the script. Is your process clear? Is your process explicit? Because believe it or not, and I talk a lot about this with leaders, your sales process is a part of customer experience. How your customers are welcome and onboarded into your business is literally like, what do they say? First impressions. If your sales process sucks, I can tell you, your customer is not going to enjoy their customer experience. Okay? And now, can you pinpoint where your deals fall apart? Can you pinpoint where your deals fall apart? Because the elite know where their deals fall apart. The elite know where their deals are not doing well. Why? Because they follow a process. They follow a process. So I'll know, the customer fell off, middle of funnel. They fell off right at my discovery. If they fall off after the call, then we know that it's either going to be the follow-up process that we have to audit, or we have to audit what happened on that sales call. And then what you're going to do is when you do all those things, you're going to comment, you're going to DM me, and you're going to say, Justin, these are some of the things that I came up with. I am really super excited about this week. I'm seriously super excited about this week because, number one, this week has the potential to help you land a new role in your company. This week has the potential for you to land that next big, large opportunity. I know there's a lot of you who are new to sales. You're new to tech sales. You're new to your careers. This is where you literally make all your money. I love Jennifer in admin. Man, I love Susan that makes the good pot pie for Thanksgiving. I love all non-revenue producing people. But where the rubber meets the road, it's the boiler room of the sales floor. Everybody who's up in admin and they're having their Christmas dinners and their Christmas breakfasts and whatnot while you're on the sales call, they all can afford that because you picked the phone up. If you're a non-revenue producing individual watching this live right now, how about go take a salesperson to lunch, because that's who's paying your salary. That's who makes it possible for you to have, 5 or 6 smoke breaks a day. Nothing against smokers, I'm just saying. It's where sales, it's all where sales it's all the excitement. It's where it's the most exciting. It's always ever changing. Now, I'm going to close things out because I got to go. All right, so really quick, I'm going to give a quick recap. Key takeaways. All right, sales is a repeatable system. It ain't talent, it ain't luck. The talent comes with the system. Man, this guy is extremely good. You know why? He follows the system. You ever heard an athlete say the game can slow down for them? That's when you've mastered the system. When you can sit back, ask comfortable conversational questions, and get the customer to drop their resistance and open up and tell you about their personal life. That's when you've mastered the system. Elite salespeople succeed because they follow the process and they refine their process. And dare I say, elite salespeople love coaching. I'm not joking. You ask, matter of fact, go Google Tom Brady coaching, and you will find numerous examples of how he will always say he wanted Coach Belichick to what? Coach him hard. I cannot be great if you don't. I literally tell my students, that call sucked, man. What was that? Never say that again. It's like putting your hand on a hot stove. Or you ask your wife, how does she feel if you lost a $10,000 deal because you couldn't keep your foot out of your mouth? Right? We want to, as in football, protect the ball. We want to protect the deal. And protecting the deal is not by fumbling with your words. Hey, that's a good one. I'm going to have to write that down. And last but not least, without structure, without a clear structure, deals fall apart due to missed opportunities and poor alignment with buyers' needs. Simple as that. I coach an amazing cadre of young, inspiring future leaders today. I coach a lot of young people, and I always tell them, are you solving a problem? Or are you just pitching them just because you are pitching them? Are you really asking questions to solve problems? And I want you, as you go about your day to day, and I close this out over the next 2 minutes, I want you to go about your day, and I want you, before you get on that sales call, before you pick up that phone, SDR, before you get on that sales call, account executive, before you do that discovery, before you have that coaching, ask yourself, are you solving a problem? Am I picking up the phone to solve a problem for this customer, or am I doing it for me? Do I really care about the person on the other line? Because if you don't pick the phone up, because they're going to know. They're going to know you don't care. Or if you don't care, you can really, really mask it and disguise it very, very well, because guess what? You follow a process. Guys, my name is Justin. It's been an incredible opportunity to talk with you all today. I'm going to be back tomorrow, same time. Maybe tomorrow won't have too many other events taking place around the country and around the world that will distract you from getting what? We're going to do buyer psychology tomorrow. Oh, man, I can't wait. I can't wait. We're building rapport without being salesy, right? We're going to build rapport. All right. And so now that you understand what sales is and what it isn't, now that you know you must let go of fear, you must let go of fear of rejection, you must let go of fear of not stepping up enough, you must let go of fear of the objection. Now that you know that you must shift your mindset into being a shark that has an effort mentality. Like, I'm not getting my vacation unless I get this sale. I'm not getting my HELOC unless I get this sale. I'm not taking my wife or my husband on vacation unless I get this sale. Yes, it's about you, but sales is a dance. Sales is a value equation, right? When both are equal, when the value equals the price, you have a sale. And so you want to make sure that the value that you deliver, no matter what at the end you're going to do with the money or do with the investment, that you deliver on the value because you thought about your buyer first. And that's tomorrow, because we're really going to dig deep. We're going to go a little deeper and a little deeper every single day. I am so blessed and so nourished that you guys join me today for the first day of the Confidence to Close Challenge. My name is Justin, and I will see you guys bright and early, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you.